We have been anxiously awaiting and anticipating the arrival of the Keith McCready Nightmare Cues by Mr. Gary Langley. Now, for all of you collectors out there and pool players alike, if you don't have one of these in your collection, you got to get one. I'm going to tell you all about it in just a minute here. Now, the chances of you having one of them at this point right now is only about, well, it's 1 out of 8. There's only been 8 of these ever made so far, and yours truly has number 7 of 8. These are handmade by Mr. Gary Langley from the state of Indiana. Gary Langley is the cue maker that makes the playing cues for Mr. Keith McCready. Each of these cues are numbered. The first 8 that were made were a totally different design on the butt sleeve. So for any of you that have one of those, it would be in your benefit to get one of these as well. By the way, each of these comes with a picture of Keith McCready from the movie The Color of Money as our favorite character, Mr. Grady Seasons, from our favorite movie, The Color of Money, that famous character. Each of these has Keith McCready's signature. Yes, you've got Keith McCready, also known as the Earthquake, for his obvious aggressive playing style. So each of them bears Keith's signature in the forearm, and they are 100% custom made. You also get a signed picture, signed Keith McCready, Color of Money. There you go. And if that's not enough, even if these cues didn't come with any of this, if that's not enough, you get a certificate of authenticity right here. This certificate is to guarantee the following limited edition cue. So this one is for number 9. Obviously, I've got 9 through 12 here. Made in Keith McCready, made in the Keith McCready Nightmare series. Authenticated and signed by the maker, Gary Langley. Langley Custom Cues. Gary drove up. He was so excited, and I was so excited to get these that he actually drove up to Crossroad Cues over 2 hours to deliver them to us. So you've got Birdseye maple on each forearm. The difference is each of these cues, again, they're numbered under the butt cap. So you've got number 9, number 10, number 11, and number 12. They have told me that there's only going to be 25 of these made. Only 25. So for all of you Color of Money fans, you got to get one, and you got to get one now. We sold the other ones almost instantly. Each cue has a 3/8-10 modified pin. All the white, the joint, the butt cap, and the inlays is Alphorion. You got a 3/8-10 modified pin. They are all going to come up around 15.9 to 16 ounces because Gary made these as uncored cues. He likes to make the cues uncored. They are also made to Keith's specs. They are forward weighted, so each cue has a forward balance to it. They are standard 29-inch butts. And another thing that Keith likes a lot, Keith likes a 29-inch shaft. So you have one standard 29-inch shaft, one at 29.5. He likes that for when he plays on the big tables. You've got the saber material at the ferrules. You have all the white, as I said, is Alphorion. 850 at the joint, about 127 over here, about 127 at the bottom of the butt cap. And these are the first four of only 9 that will be made in this series. So the 2 on the left here, you've got the pebbled leather wrap on the orange cue. The blue cue has an embossed lizard wrap on it. The number 11 cue has the yellow veneers, which is similar to my cue that I have. That has a like a smooth leather wrap on it. And then the red cue, I love those red veneers too, going into that Birdseye. And then you've got the inlays in each point, inlays at the butt here going into ebony. This is a texturized, embossed lizard wrap as well. So there you go. You cannot get any more collectible than this. Now, I will tell you guys, just like myself, if you buy one, you're going to want to keep it. You're going to want to collect it because it's a piece of history as far as I'm concerned. Keith is obviously one of the most famous and exciting players to ever play the game, one of the most aggressive players, one of the absolute best shot makers in the history of pool. And anybody that knows him knows that Keith is a great guy. He's a great guy. He's got a big heart. He loves pool. And this is really exciting for Keith. Keith has always wanted to do a project like this. He handpicked Gary Langley because Gary makes some cues that play phenomenal. So what I was going to tell you, you're going to get one and you're going to want to keep it as a collectible, but I promise that you're going to want to play with it. So there you go. We got number 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the Nightmare series with the signed picture of Keith McCready himself, color of money. It doesn't get any cooler than that. And the certificate of authenticity, forward balanced, made to Keith McCready's exact specs, signed, numbered, ready to go. I will mark them sold as they sell, and they will not last long. Beautiful ring work on these cues. Also, beautiful ring work at all positions. You've got the nice diamond designs in there. And again, the different colors in the veneers. There's your blue, there's your yellow, and there's your red. Available exclusively at Crossroad Cues. We are honored to be the official dealer of these cues by our great friend Keith McCready and Mr. Gary Langley. You can send me a message. If you're following us on YouTube, you can check out our website, crossroadcues.com. Crossroadcues.com. You can look under the events or the players page. There's a nice write-up about these cues. And again, there's only going to be about 25 total that are made. That's it. So get one while you can. Keith McCready Nightmare Cues available right now while supplies last at Crossroad Cues. Thanks for taking a look.